YouTube channel, and I'm John Q, the interviewer for today. Today we are privileged. We are going to have an interview with Joram Bintamanya. This is a political leader from Toro sub-region, very active and has been at it for a very long time, including recently when he attended the funeral, the send-off ceremony of the bodyguard that killed the minister in Toro sub-region, and made a speech in which he rebuked the government of General Museveni like never before. And this is a video that has since gone viral and threatened to break the internet. This is Joram, good to have you.
Nice to have you too.
Thank you for accepting our invitation.
You're welcome.
First things first, in which capacity were you making that speech at the
in Toro, I head the FDC party. Yes, I'm the chairperson of FDC for Poto.
Was this an FDC member?
And and I'm a human rights activist in Toro, and the people around that place called Mubali, where Sabit was buried, I fought so hard to make sure they are not evicted. Yes.
So it's your stronghold.
Yes.
Inevitably you had to speak.
Yes, and I was a district councillor for 10 years. And I chaired the Committee of Finance, Planning and Administration. So I would really intervene. Yes.
Was there an effort to block you from speaking? Because I imagine your speech was predictable. They knew what you were going to say. Was there an effort to get you off the list of speakers?
Yes, some people tried to, but the mourners refused.
Yes.
The mourners refused. They said it's only Joram who can speak for us. Yes.
You knew something very well?
We were not that tight or so close, but I knew him.
And he knew generally?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what exactly did you intend to say that? What was your message exactly?
My message was simple. That Ugandans are hungry, and that is the truth. And government should take it in good faith and address that matter before it explodes. Because all of us as Ugandans, we aren't happy, we are hungry, and we are angry. And it really takes a sane government to address these issues.
How did people receive your message?
People were very happy, because they also need someone who can speak for them, someone who can speak what they feel, and someone who can speak what they go through. And this is exactly what all Ugandans are going through, including you.
Because I thought this is the stronghold of the NRM, I thought you would be aligned. I thought there would be a lot of hostility. Everybody was cheering. Maybe in an FDC crowd to cheer you up.
You see, in this country, no one hates the truth, apart from those who are benefiting from government, or who are in those positions. They don't want to be talked about. But all Ugandans like the truth and love the truth. Whether NRM, FDC, or DP, as long as you are a Ugandan, I know you also love the truth. Yes.
Now, you seem to be one of the strongest voices for change in Toro sub-region, which must be a risky thing. Isn't it risky? Don't you come under risk from time to time?
It is risky, but there is nothing risky like failing to take a risk. We must keep trying. We must fight for change, and we must fight for good governance. Personally, I formed a pressure group with my colleagues in Fort Poto. It's called FGG, Front for Good Governance. We are fronting for good governance. We are fighting for good governance. It's not about even just regime change. We may change from this to the worst, but we need good governance in this country. And we are speaking to those people who are still alive and holding positions of leadership or positions of authority. We know them and we know where they are. And we have talked to them. I have personally talked to them. Most of these ministers, I interact with them. Most of those generals, I talk to them. But most of them are not influential as you claim or as you think. They are not influential as you think. Yes.
They are powerless like any other.
They are, because power here lies in only one office, and that is the presidency. That's where power lies, and you know what it means.
So they are frustrated as another.
They are as well. They are also, in fact, they are more frustrated than all of us. Yes.
I saw a lot of soldiers in that audience where you were speaking from.
Yes.
What was their response? How did they react to your speech?
You see, apart from being in uniform, they are also Ugandans. They are also human beings. We go to the same market, we go to the same hospitals, we go to we also go to the same facilities for services. So they really go through what we go through. They are also human beings. And having a civilian addressing their issues, I think they also felt so happy. And this is a national army. It's not anyone's army. It's a national army. And I pay them. I pay them.
Didn't any of them approach you to say, my friend, you caused us problems, why did you have to do
No, they didn't. In fact, they were just happy.
happy that somebody had spoken with
Yes, yes, yes. Who doesn't want a salary increment? Who doesn't want? Who doesn't want allowances? Who doesn't want money in this country?
How did the family react?
Of course, the family also felt so happy. But some of them, because of fear, they also came out to say this and that. That is only Joram's view. It's not the opinion of the family. But I know, being in the village and living in a state of fear, and geese was around them, I sympathize with them.
Have there been efforts to summon you at the police to make a statement as a result of what you spoke?
I also hear these things on Facebook and radios. Other people have been calling me. But if they had summoned me, I'll go there. On what will they charge me on? Yes.
Have you been summoned before?
Yes, I've been arrested over 14 times.
In which period?
In a period of 15 years. Yes.
Over what?
There is over defamation, threatening violence, inciting violence, criminal labor, so many cases, and all of them are just politically motivated.
How did they end?
I end up with others are dropped. I have won most of them. The state has never won a case. Yes, so they are just fabricated.
Okay, Joram. For how long have you been at this type of politics?
I have been an activist for over 20 years.
Okay.
Yes. I'm an adult. I'm 40 years, but I joined politics. Yes, I joined politics when I was still a young man. Oh, yes.
How did you join politics? How did you come, for instance, dislike the General Museveni this much?
Come again?
How did you come to dislike the government of that day to the extent that we see?
I don't hate General Museveni. He's a human being. He's a parent. He's a father. He's a president who deserves respect. I only hate bad governance. And I only hate people who do not tell the truth. But I have no problem with General Museveni. I have met him 9 times, one-on-one like this.
About?
Issues concerning this country. And whenever you meet him, he's a good listener. Yes, I have talked to him several times. I have addressed all these issues to him. He understands.
He has equally spoken to you.
Yes, and he knows what is happening. And he has also blamed some leaders for even not telling him the truth. The first time I met him, I told him what Toro has gone through.
Who initiated the meeting? Was it you? Was it his side?
I don't know, but he was just invited to meet the president
In Kampala?
in Movende State Lodge. That was the first time I met him. That was 2010. Yes, we met and interacted. As leaders, because he was in NRM, I was in FDC. And he was planning to contest in 2011. He asked me to join NRM. I told him I will not join NRM at this time, but I will contest on FDC. He said he will never win on FDC ticket in Toro region. I told him, Your Excellency, I will win.
And you won?
I won. I even asked him, Your Excellency, I know you are also going to win because you have everything at your disposal. And should you win and I also win, let us meet and discuss issues of national importance. And indeed, in June 2011,
That same year?
yes, after winning, both of us winning, we met again in Mutooro and discussed issues of national importance. Real issues of national importance. Yes, yes, and especially we talked about corruption. and I gave him a clear background of how corruption has affected the people of Uganda, especially the Wananchi, because I represent the ordinary people, the local people in the villages. That's where I come from. And he listened. We talked. We really talked. And he instructed, by that time, he instructed General Badia, who was the Director General ISO, yes, to take my issues seriously. Yes.
Was Badia part of this meeting?
Yes, he attended the meeting, and he instructed him to take these issues seriously. Because issues were coming from an ordinary person, not a minister, not a permanent secretary, not a governor, not an LC5, but an ordinary citizen crying and fighting for his country. I really have too much love for this country. That's why I'm suffering like this. That's why I'm going through all this intimidation, what. I have even failed to make money because of this country.
You attempted to make money?
I mean making money by concentrating in business and what. Yes, but I have decided to concentrate in political activism and human rights activism. Yes.
Since that meeting, you had many other subsequent meetings.
Yes, yes, many meetings. And I have never
When
gone.
was the last meeting, sir?
The last meeting I had with President Museveni was in 20. It was just before COVID. Yes.
2019?
Yes, I think there. Yes, and I have never gone there for personal
What
interests.
was the agenda this time round? Corruption?
Corruption, good governance, poverty. Yes. And he also wanted to get some ideas from ordinary people. What do we think? What can be done? And I explained to him. I even talked about the active youth in the cities. Not to concentrate in agriculture and what, but we should have a plan for the urban youth who are dwelling in the towns and what. We talked about them, and I also gave him my ideas, and I even discussed those ideas with General Sale when he visited Fort Portal. I discussed issues with the General Sale, how to help the urban youth, Yeah.
So he basically gets to meet you because you are easily recognizable, because you were a strong voice, you were a leader with some influence.
Yes. And you know, I was a councillor for 2 terms.
Councillor for which area?
South Division.
Of Fort Portal
Yes.
municipality?
The district. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The entire district. And on FDC ticket. The only opposition elected leader in Toro at all levels
For 10 years.
for 10 years. What does that mean? So you cannot just underrate such a person. And being voted into office by even NRM people. Yes, NRM, FDC, DP, everyone in Toro.
Why is it so hard for an opposition to win in Toro?
Depending on the approach. You see, on FDC ticket simply because you want to win. People must know that you have love for them. People must know that you are there for them, not just a matter of winning an election. And I think the people of Toro know I'm really there for them. Yes, even after losing an election, much as I did not lose. Yes.
Now, Museveni became president in 1986.
Yes.
At that time, how old were you?
I was, I think, 2 years. Yes.
Have you been his supporter before at some point?
Yes.
Then what happened?
Along the way. Of
Why
course.
did you stop being his supporter?
Of course, like any adult, when you look at the human rights violation in this country, when you look at these kidnaps, land grabbing, people misusing authority in this country, I feel so sad. And I have no reason really to support NRM.
But people think your region has benefited a lot. Why do you think it hasn't benefited?
You say I come from Toro, so when you say the region, you be specific which region.
Toro.
So when you say Western Uganda,
You have a lot of powerful people.
like which people? We used to have powerful people. We no longer have them. We had Mayombo when he was a permanent secretary, Minister of Defense, Kasami, permanent secretary, Ministry of Finance, and Muganzi, permanent secretary, Ministry of Works. Those were powerful ministries. Toro was really represented at the national cake. But now, where are we?
Today you have the clerk at parliament.
That's not our serious position. A clerk at parliament is
Clerk at Muhanga,
that one is
you
just.
have Margaret Muhanga, you have Peace Mutuuru,
They are ministers. They are ministers, but not powerful. We need serious ministries. We also have powerful people from Toro who have been sidelined. We have them. We have a man like
Mwenda is very powerful also.
Mwenda is not holding any position in.
Sidelined.
Mwenda is not holding. He's a brilliant guy. He's a bright guy, but he's not holding any position in government.
You have the head, Uganda Airline. Mutulaki.
Those are small positions.
Yes.
Those are small positions. You go to Mutooro, they have a minister, the Minister of Finance. Yes, they have the Minister of Finance. They have the Prime Minister and other small ministries. But where are we in Toro? And you remember the first government of NRM was formed in Toro.
How?
It was formed in Toro. The first government of NRM was formed in Toro. Yes.
And that means the region deserves better.
It deserves, because when Museveni failed in Ruwero, they retreated to Fort Poto.
1985.
Yes, they retreated to Toro. That's when Toro joined the struggle and Uganda was liberated. Yes.
Now, Joram, you spend a lot of your time in Toro.
Yes.
How else would you illustrate the problems of Toro beyond positions and talk about poverty, human rights situation, security, and other things?
Yes, and I think government should come in to address issues affecting Toro, because when you see the rate at which opposition is growing in Toro, is so much, and only that, the leaders of these political parties are also not taking advantage. I don't know what they are doing in Kampala. These are just also, I think, Kampala-based politicians with no vision for this country. It also beats my understanding. Ever in Kampala doing what?
What's in Toro? That advantage you want them to
They should come, mobilize, talk to people, come with alternative policies. The problem disturbing the opposition of this country, in this country, they don't have alternative policies. It's not about Museveni should go, Museveni should go. Now when he goes, what next? What alternative policies have you come with? Yes, I think we need to go on ground with policies, with better plans. We must show even these people who are in NRM that you have a better life to live even after General Museveni, even after NRM. And this is what we must preach to the country. Yes.
I want to understand more about the grievances of people in Toro.
One, we have unfulfilled presidential pledges, like the industrial park. Because if we are to develop as a country, especially Toro, we need to industrialize this country. Not this business of Miyoga, parish development model. Those ones, they will have no impact even in 10 years, you will tell me. So we need to industrialize this country. We offered land. One, yes, to central government for an industrial park. And by that time, I was the chairperson of finance, planning and administration. I even presented the policy that would guide the industrial park. I'm the one who presented it. We offered land. Nothing has been done. Yes?
How big?
100 acres.
Where?
Chembogo, Datik. So 100 acres for industrial park. The president pledged to have Kijura Road, because there are over 3 tea factories there, to have it tarmacked. Up to now, they are over 10 years. We have Saka Road. Saka Road. It is a big road, because there is mountains of the Moon University. There is mountains of the Moon University there. There is the Mountain Brigade. There is the Mountain Brigade for the UPDF. And there is Uganda prisons. They are all there. And the president pledged to tarmac the road.
How long is it?
10 years now.
10
Oh.
kilometers?
No, it's a big road. So, yeah, it's a big road, because it connects to Kichwamba as you go to Mundubugu up to now. So there are many unfulfilled presidential pledges, and people have been crying. Now in this financial year, they are even not there. Those projects are not there. In fact, this financial year, Toro region has no business with government, because there is no single road, no single hospital, no project there in this financial year. Yes.
How in state of health services in Toro? Are you better than the rest of the country? Are you different?
No, we have a big hospital, referral hospital called Buhinga. It also has serious issues, and I'm always there really to fight for ordinary people. So government should also come out and.
What are some of its issues?
It has no facilities. Only that I would like to thank government for putting there a CT scan after a very long struggle. It is also a credit, and I thank government. But there are other services, many services that are not there. I don't see why people should be referred from Fort Portal to Mulago every day, yet we have a referral hospital in the region.
But if you were offered the status recently,
yes.
Do you think that's not good enough for the region?
It is just political. It has no big funding. It has no funding at all. The funding we had when it was a municipality is even far much better than the one we have right now. Yes, yes.
Maybe it's a problem of leaders.
No, it's not a problem. It is a government problem because it has not prioritized Fort Portal and even other cities. Maybe because Fort Portal city is the only city that was demand driven. Yes.
How do you explain?
He was a leader by that time. He was a leader. It was politically demanded because government had planned Mbarara for the whole entire region. But we said no, Fort Portal was a regional center before NRM came to power. Now you are shifting everything to Mbarara. We mobilized our leaders and ordinary people to demand for a city status from a municipality because Fort Portal was there before Mbarara. But when the government took power, NRM, they shifted the second division to Mbarara. They shifted the regional bank to Mbarara. They shifted all the headquarters of every institution to Mbarara. So we were just left there.
Why do you think they did it that way? Is it because they hate Toro?
They don't hate it, but inside them they were competing with Toro economically. So they had to hit Toro hands down.
About Toro not eating enough in terms of position, who are some of those leaders in Toro that you think deserve employed ministers and much?
I may not mention names, but Toro has many educated people, very competent people.
Like any other part of the country?
Yes, like any other part of the country. You will come to Uganda here, you have competent people in Uganda.
Including the extent?
Yes, you have competent people here in Uganda, you have competent people in Busoga, but they are not recognized. And when they are to deploy, they look for even people who cannot even develop their areas. Yes, so we are not only looking for deployment, but we are looking for competent people to be deployed. Yes, people who will have love for their places. Yes.
Like
Utime is there, Ruhunda is there. Ruhunda is there, but he can never be appointed a minister, I don't know.
Yes, yet he's very good.
Because he's objective.
He's objective.
He's objective, and you know when the problems we have in this country, especially when you are found to be objective. Yes, it's a very big problem.
Maybe because he voted against Tojiko.
But we need to be tolerant in this country. And what disturbs my mind is President Museveni went to the bush because of this intolerance. Because governments were not tolerant. Governments could not accommodate such people. Yes. The man went to exile, President Museveni and his team. They launched a guerrilla war. Now, I don't know why they learned nothing and forgot nothing. Now, the same government should tolerate Ugandans. Yes. We should tolerate Ugandans who do not agree with them. Because at the end of the day, this is a nation. A nation means people who are one. Yes. We should not divide this country. This business of saying Kiga Toro, Bamba, me, I don't want to know that. I want to address people as Ugandans.
What you wish about the kingdom, the performance of your king?
Which kingdom?
Of Toro.
When we go there, their issues are too much. They are too much. The king, yeah, would rather not go there. It is internal. I will handle it internally. That's.
Now, talking about opposition, you tell us opposition is growing rapidly.
Yes, yes.
We have parties like FPC, like NUP and others. How would you assess NUP and Mr. Honorable Chagulanyi in the region?
I think, I don't know, the only party in Toro is FDC. and the person they admire who is in the opposition is General Muntu. So these are different things. Yes. And they also...
They have a problem with Kyagulanyi.
And they don't have a problem with Kyagulanyi. They also like him as a Ugandan. But Kyagulanyi has not also taken the time to engage the people of Toro. Yes.
Maybe he has been blocked.
No one can block him. He can engage us. We can have meetings. Yes, he has not done that.
He has never reached out.
And the people of Toro are so different. When Museveni is in Toro, he will look for them. He will engage those small leaders you think who are small. And these people are in the opposition who have not taken power. For them, they are not bothered. They are just in Kampala doing nothing, a lot of nothing.
But he had candidates there.
None of them won. None of them won. Yes, none of them won.
So if Kyagulanyi were to come for sure to generally Toro,
Yes.
do you think he would be received with the red carpet? People will roll it out for him?
Yes, if he gets serious, you can now see at my level I have never met Kyagulanyi to discuss issues of national importance.
Maybe you didn't try it.
No, he should also look for us. It's not a must that we should look for them. He should also look for us. Yes, who told you we don't matter? And who told them for them they matter? So we also matter. So he has never looked for serious leaders in Toro, in the region. And that's why Muntu beats them. All of them, as you see, all these leaders you see, Muntu beats them. Because Muntu has engaged leaders, both the Catholic leaders, the Anglican leaders, the political actors, all of them. General Muntu has engaged them in Toro. And these people have not done that.
But you almost got 0 votes. What happened?
That one has no problem. You see the problem is, in any election, people look for someone who can win. People look for someone who can win. That's why in the last election, people supported the Kyagulanyi because they saw him as someone who was capable of winning. Yes. Including those in FDC voted for Kyagulanyi. Yes. Not because they hate Oboy, but they wanted someone who was able to win.
Who stood a better chance?
Yes.
So Joram, are you still an FDC man or you are ANC?
Who?
Are you still FDC or you are ANC?
Me, I am FDC, but I can never talk hell about all these colleagues who are yearning for change.
Where did Nyakato go?
Nyakato is in NT. Yes, he's with General Muntu.
Did she win a position yesterday?
She did not contest.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
She's putting NT on ground. Yes.
Now talking about you personally, you know that video of the funeral, because there are a lot of curious people would want to know who this man is. Did you grow up in a political family?
Yes, my grand was a minister in Obote's regime, Vincent Ruamaro. Yes, and
Obote 1.
yes, both Obote 1 and Obote 2. And another grand of mine was also a political actor. She used to head the Women's League, the UPC Women's League, Perpetua Bebohere. And generally, my background is political. Yes. My father was a soldier, was a military man. That's why I have the courage, because soldiers are brave people, and I have the charisma.
Was a soldier in NRA?
No, he was a soldier in Obote's government. Yes?
And then what happened?
He died.
In war?
No, he was abducted and killed. Abducted and killed by Obote's men. Yes. Generally, he left me in my mother's home.
In the 80s?
Yes, they were choosing him of collaborating with Museveni. Yes. It was true. That's why I lost him. We lost him as a family.
So that basically means you are condemned to some difficult challenges now as an orphan?
Yes, because of these people went to the bush. But as a politician, I don't see it as a big problem, because it is a decision he took as an old man, and all those consequences, he knew them. Like me, I'm in politics, I know the consequences. I know all of them, and I'm not bothered, because at the end of the day, my country first. I went to Hinga Primary School, Fort Porto, then Standard High Zana, then St. Peter's. Then I still went back to Fort Porto for my A-level, and went to Makere Institute for Social Development. Yes, yeah.
Where did you work from?
Fort Porto. Yes.
When did you start Kampala?
When I was a young kid, I would come to Kampala with my mother.
Did you have culture shock?
Culture?
Shock, seeing the cards? Seeing
No,
everything?
no. You see, Fort Porto is not a village. Fort Porto itself is a town. So there is no big difference between Fort Porto and Kampala. Yes.
How big was your family?
As in?
Because we don't see your other siblings.
They are there. It's a big family. It's a very big, no. There are very few who are political. Most of them are into business, and others are even in government. Yes. I have an aunt, a sister to my mom, who is the Under Secretary, Minister of Defense, Edith Mutooro. Yes. No. If they are there, me, I'm not there.
You on your own.
I have another relative who is in charge of legal affairs, Minister of Defense. Yes. Yes. So
who are some of the colleagues you've grown up with in Fort Porto at school?
I have, most of them are also still young, but I have Singer Prosper, who is the Secretary for Finance, Planning and Administration in Fort Porto, and most of the colleagues did not join politics. Yeah.
Is Ruhunda one of them?
Ruhunda is far. Ruhunda is too old. Ruhunda is too old because Ruhunda finished university in 1997 when I was in P6. Yes.
How do you join politics?
Come again?
The politics, how did you join politics?
We first formed an organization called Tuerwaneho. It's still there. We used to go on radio every Tuesday and Thursday.
Was it like a think tank?
Tuerwaneho, yes. Tuerwaneho. Let us fight for ourselves.
This is in the 90s.
Yes, and that's how government arrested us. Yes. Now from there, when they arrested us for advocating for people's rights, and yes, and fighting land grabbers, yes, in Toro.
The response to land grabbing.
Yes. Now they even burnt the radio station called Life FM.
It had to be closed because of
Not this burning of closing, burning with fire.
it was attacked.
Yes. So, and that's how we joined the struggle. We said, no, you see what we should do.
We closed this space, we must find another space.
Yes, now let us join politics. Because these people think we are bayaya, we are bloggers, we are what?
It was a big group.
Yes, so let us join the struggle. So we divided ourselves. We positioned ourselves strategically. We said others should stay here in Tuerwaneho, others should join politics. Myself, Prosper Businge, Herbert Mugisa, and Mapapa Willis Nob joined politics. That was 2011. We made a serious decision to join politics. For them, they joined as independent. I joined as FDC. And they were all worried. They said, Joram Gwa is an independent person, otherwise you will not win an election. I said, no. People should be able to understand me. Yes. Why should I hate? And fortunately, in 2011, I was voted into office.
Who takes you to FDC? Was it in Yakato?
No one took me there. But no one took me there. I did not join FDC. I formed the FDC with my colleagues. Yes, I'm one of the founders. We even participated with other colleagues to welcome messages from South Africa. Yes. And I was supposed to go to South Africa also to meet messages. Only that I was young, so they took my chairperson as Savaruyonga. Yes. And I was a young boy recruiting people in FDC. Yes, with no office, but recruiting, going each and every home recruiting people. So that's how we joined the struggle.
In 2006, you couldn't stand because you were too young.
I was too young. Yes.
Your platform in the region. I imagine you attend many political talk shows and give the alternative voice.
Yes, they have not been bad because they also know how to report. Because most of the councillors in Toro and other leaders, they are not voted on merit. Others are voted because they attend barrios. Others, they are voted because they attend functions and give people money. But when it comes to serious issues of engaging government, very few can come out. That's why the media has to really also promote me or promote other people, because we address and we talk about issues of national importance and we fight for ordinary people.
What's your relationship like with Dr. Kiza?
He's a colleague and he's my mentor.
You worked with him?
I have worked with him when he was a president of the party. He appointed me as a member of the National Executive Committee. Yes, I became a NEC member. He appointed me. I was working under General Muntu when he was Secretary for Mobilization. Yes. And I was also still young. Yes, and I think I was the youngest there.
In the NEC?
Yes, I was the youngest. Yes.
How about Doreen?
Doreen, he's my colleague, she's my friend. Doreen joined later because she was young and she was still a student at Makerere University.
So were you with
I was with Tayewa, this deputy speaker. I was with Mugumi Sam. I was with Ozo. I was with Mwijuche.
James who now went to NRA?
Yes, I was with Mwijuche, and James also comes from Toro. Yes.
Even the Odongo tours. Were you in the youth groups at some point?
Yes, I remember even yeah. Yes.
Have you also worked with Ingrid Turinawe?
Yes, I have worked with Ingrid Turinawe. Yeah.
Why do you believe in defiance?
Myself, I don't believe in the fire.
In activism.
Activism. You see, it depends. You see, being an activist, I think it is inborn. It is something you don't force yourself to do. Like even in NRM, we have people who are in leadership, but naturally they are activists. They are also there. President Museveni himself is an activist. That's why you see him going to work to... No, okay, what takes Museveni to Chankwanzi?
Activism.
That is activism. Museveni himself is an activist. Yes. What takes him to these mountains? Even when they were fighting ADF, what would take Museveni to Mount Rwenzori to take pictures and do what? To encourage these soldiers. So naturally, President Museveni is an activist. Yes, he's an activist. Yes. But there are also leaders who are not activists, like Mbabazi. Yes. Yeah, those ones are not serious activists. Yes, but they are also leaders. And we need to tolerate each other and work together and combine those efforts, yes, to build this country.
Now, sir, talking about you personally, are you family person?
Yes, I have 2 children. Yes, and but not yet officially married. Yes, because of what I have been going through. But I now have enough time. I will think about it and marry officially.
What do you do during your free time?
I'm a farmer. Yes. When you come for Poto, you will visit
Why
me.
do you plant?
I have a serious banana plantation. I have goats. I have a piggery project. Yes.
Are you beneficial of NAD or OW?
No, I'm not.
They should give you because you are certainly a model farmer.
I'm a Ugandan, I know.
You apply and they didn't give
I have never applied. I have never applied. There are people who should really benefit. No, I have never gone there. And I don't intend.
You don't watch football?
I do. I'm a soccer fan. Yeah, in Uganda I support Villa. And in Toro I support St. George. And in Europe, UK, I support Manchester United, and in Spain I support Real Madrid.
Going forward, do you intend to stand for election in 2026?
It will really depend. It will really depend because...
Are you one of those who think it's useless to stand in this election?
It's not useless. It's not useless. Much as they are good at rigging, they must not go like that. You must keep putting them on pressure. They should also know that even rigging itself is not easy. It's not easy. And at some point they will stop it.
Yes.
So we must keep putting them on pressure. Yes.
Now, where do you, as a leader, as a Ugandan, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years or more? What do you give you life?
If God is to give me life, I see myself in the Parliament of Uganda. Yes.
Which area are you looking at?
That will be Fort Poto. I can stand either in Fort Poto or Kabarole. Yes, I qualify. I have land in Kabarole, I have land in Fort Poto. Yes.
What are people saying?
In Toro.
Would they want to see you get such a platform of MP?
I think I shouldn't be able to praise myself. The ball is now in their hands. But they know I'm someone who speaks the truth. And I even tell them, if you see I qualify, give me a vote. If you know I will not be able to help you, please vote someone else. That I have always told them that.
Looking back at things you have done and not done since you were born,
Yes.
is there one or two things you regret and I wish I had an opportunity I would change someday? Is there anything you regret doing or not doing in your lifetime? Politics or
Something that I did and I'm regretting.
wish I didn't do it or didn't do but wish you had done it?
I don't think.
Supporting Museveni, you don't regret that also?
No, I don't regret. I don't regret supporting President Museveni.
At what level was your support?
President Museveni. By that time, I was just a voter. I was just a voter, and I would really also talk. Yeah, but I don't regret because that was the time. And by that time, we had not made serious mistakes. Yes, and yes.
If you got an opportunity to meet him again one more time,
Yes.
what would you say to him that you did not say before?
President Museveni. One, I would talk about reconciliation and having a serious dialogue. Because in Uganda, what I have realized, people hate each other. People are so hungry and angry. Yes. Hungry and angry. We meet in bars. We meet on the streets. I know what people talk about. Yes.
There's a lot of resentment.
Westerners, issues with Uganda, issues with the other tribes. I think we must sit as leaders and solve these problems and talk about Uganda and Ugandans. Not Muganda, Mutooro, or Munyankole.
Do you think he has a role to
He is. He's the head of state.
play in the Uganda of Africa?
He's on the steering. He commands everything. When he says it should stop, it can't stop. Let me tell you how powerful our president is. He instructed every Ugandan to be at home by 5 during COVID. And it happened. Why can't he say, let there be no corruption? Yes. Yes. Let him say, let there be no corruption. And to make matters worse, those in authority now are moving with escorts and guns surrounding them. What does that one show? It shows they even fear the people they lead. They fear Ugandans. And they also know that Ugandans are hungry and angry. And not everyone is going to have a gun to protect him. We need to solve these problems. We need to show Ugandans love. We need to stop harassing them. We need to stop fabricating cases. We need to stop these kidnaps in drones. And solve political issues politically. And stop criminalizing politics. We shall build a nation. And we shall, you'll meet a Ugandan and say, this is a Ugandan. You give him love. Yes. You feel happy meeting your fellow Ugandan. Yes. So I think we need to concentrate on that and build this country basing on that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.